All right, everyone. The microphone is on. I took a nice hour-and-a-half nap. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get back to it. Yeah, my tablet was acting up earlier and we weren't getting any pressure sensitivity. But that's fixed now. Too much. I'm gonna go with a lot of sharp edges. Very, very Yu-Gi-Oh!
Check, hey!
I also invite everybody to join our Discord. It's an art Discord where you can share your works in progress, your social medias. I encourage people to join and get to know each other on there. It's a really fun environment. I'm really happy with the community that we built there. I've always shied away from using words like fans, community, you know, stuff like that. But if there was ever time to use it, the Discord is it. We're a bunch of fucking goofballs in there. So, for anyone who's new or newer to following me, I actually started drawing because I used to be a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. Did you know that? And I started drawing by taking custom playmat commissions. And like everyone else, I started drawing anime. Like, that's what I started with. I was like 25. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Huge influence on the way I draw. And as we draw this, you're gonna be able to kind of see the influences that Yu-Gi-Oh has. Like the way I place my line weight, the where I put my spot blacks. It's very Yu-Gi-Oh, and there's specifically one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh. No, they carry, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, they do have particular art styles that carry over to certain episodes, but there's one episode that I use as reference for like everything. It's Yu-Gi-Oh episode 134 of the original series. Well, technically it's a second series because there's a season that came before what y'all know as American Yu-Gi-Oh, but that was never brought to the States. We refer to it as season 0. Anyway. Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 134. I actually use that as reference for a lot of stuff when I was learning how to draw. Like when I was first like picking up drawing, because there's a lot of good stuff in that episode. Like there's a lot of line weight there. There's a lot of good use of spot blacks. There's a lot of really forced perspective shots in that. There's a lot of hands. Every Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel has some good hand references, by the way. If you need some good hand references, just go watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes. But that one in particular. Anyway. You might start to notice it now that we're actually drawing Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters. But there's a lot of influence in my art style from Yu-Gi-Oh! Particularly the eyes. Yo, Timbuck, what's going on? Particularly with the way I draw eyes. Like, when I draw... Like, I know that, like, a realistic eye... This should be the lowest point right here, and this should be the highest point right here. Technically, right? A generic real-life eye, and then you have the lid... You'll notice that when I draw eyes, especially traditionally, I have this shape. This is my generic eye that I draw. Okay. This is what a Yu-Gi-Oh! Eye looks like. It's just if you took the if you took the roundness away from the eyeball that I draw. Do you see? For the longest time, this is how I drew eyes, and then once I learned realism, you can see I just kind of applied it to this, and this is what my eyes look like on all my drawings now. Just a little history lesson on the impact of Yu-Gi-Oh! On my art. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Art Germ. I love the way Art Germ draws eyes. He likes to draw them very narrow, though. A little too narrow for my taste. I like it a little bit more round. I have slept twice throughout the night in 2-hour increments. I know, not healthy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just having a lot of fun with this Yu-Gi-Oh! Drawing. This is the most fun I've had doing one of these master Masterworks with all the collages, with all the characters. This is the most fun I've had. And it's like not even close. Parsley, stop. Stop chewing boxes. Yeah, sometimes when you get so tired, you're just like, I'm just gonna go to sleep because I don't want to deal with this. Then I could wake up and I could focus and just draw, right? You know, I have a really bad sleep apnea, so I actually don't even feel that rested from when I sleep. So I don't crave sleep the same way like my wife does. She's just like, oh, sleeping is awesome. I'm just like, no, not really. I don't feel that much different. Like, I could tell that my body isn't shutting down when I give it proper rest, but like mentally, I feel the same. That's why I don't crave sleep. That's why I have to like force myself to go to sleep. You got sleep apnea too? All right, let me tell you something. I've done everything. Okay, I've gone down to 170 pounds. Right? Straight up, I've gone down to 170 pounds. Super fit. Like that's like underweight. Still had it. It didn't change it at all. I've gone through 2 different kinds of CPAP machines. The CPAP machine with a humidifier. I had an $800 custom mouthpiece made to shift my jaw forward. And then all the bullshit stuff like the sprays, the nasal strips, that's that bullshit that doesn't work. The only thing for me that manages it is I have to exercise that day, and I can't eat like 6 hours before I go to sleep. That's why I do intermittent fasting most of the time. Oh, you do it to lose weight? No, I do it so I don't die. So we're starting with Kaiba's side first, because I didn't really realize until I started looking up the monsters in his deck, because this is a Yugi versus Kaiba drawing, and I'm gonna have Fluffy. Thanks for contributing to the community channel points challenge. This is Yugi and Kaiba and all their monsters, right? I didn't realize until I started kind of doing my research. Most of Kaiba's deck sucks. It's just a bunch of nonsense. I mean, like, I know all their decks are nonsense, but he doesn't have, other than the blue eyes, he doesn't really have anything consistent that shows up in multiple duels. He has, what, Crush card, Vorse Raider maybe shows up, what, twice? Ring of Destruction shows up a couple times, right? But everything's just around blue eyes. That's his whole deck. He doesn't have any, like, cool monsters. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any cool recurring monsters. He doesn't have a Karibo. You know, he doesn't have a Celtic Guardian. You know? Sagi the Dark Clown's all he's got. Even then, he replaces that with Petin the Dark Clown later. In that awful Pyramid of Light movie. I don't care. We're gonna talk shit about Pyramid of Light every single time we do this. Every time we work on this. What were they thinking? I burped right into the mic. I'm not sorry. Got a burny throat. I don't think it has this shape, right? Let me look up a reference for his sleeve. Okay. The shape was a little wrong. There. Simple. Save. I'm trying to make a habit of moving to the left on my Cintiq a little bit. I tend to draw on the far right-hand side, and I don't want to wear like one side out super hard, so I'm trying to make a habit of like moving my tools over a little bit. Let's make the belts, or whatever these are, these fucking BDSM straps. Let's make them a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. Gotta make sure your sleeves don't fall off. That's why you need 2 belts per arm. A little bit better. Sam, what's up? I have been to bed. I have been strategically taking power naps anytime I start feeling a little tired. So I'm not allowing myself to run completely on empty. Have you been sleeping is the question. Those look good. We'll do that. And this is coming out pretty good. The very simple composition, but I'm just really digging it. Maybe it's because I'm a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh freak, so like anything Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just gonna it's gonna be all about it. You know, considering my history with Yu-Gi-Oh, you think I would have done one of these sooner? That's probably for the best. It's probably for the best that I waited to now. Just so I can get it looking the way I want. Alright, been getting good sleep the past couple days. Hey, nice. Accidental or intentional sleep? Either way, that's good. Resting is underrated these days. This needs to be rounded off just a little bit right here. My bad, I'll get back to the chat. Give me a second. Much better. I've been working on this vape for 3.5 weeks. Because it doesn't want to die. That's how little I can like breathe in per puff now. It's not just like I'm not as active using it, but my intake is also much smaller because I just can't handle like I used to. I'm getting old. That's good though. It's good. Vaping's bad for you. Hope everything's going alright, XO. Yeah, family over. Also, like having family over is kind of easing your mind, helping you relax and get some good sleep. So the light source will be just the center. You know that negative space in between them? That's where the light source will come from. Nothing particular, just it's a poster. You get a little bit of freedom with that stuff. Damn, I'm out of water. But I don't want to leave the room because it will disturb the dogs, and it's taken me forever to get them to relax. So I'm just gonna dehydrate. I'd rather dehydrate with sleepy dogs. How's everything been? Tim, how's everything been? With your artwork? You enjoying using those colors in your sketches now? Yeah, sometimes you just need to do like little things to change it up. Ah, jeez.
Hey guys, my name is Set the Sky.
My name is Davin.
And we're going to play a little set for you today. Hope you guys enjoy.
Ah, jeez. Let me blow my nose. I do have a convention in Florida. Hold up. I have. Oh, it's not so much like an anime or comic convention. It's not a traditional convention. I'm going to CEO in Daytona Beach. In Daytona Beach, there's a big video game event called CEO, like the letters Charlie, Echo, Oscar. And they have an artist alley there. So it's not really a con. It's a video game event that has an artist alley. By the way, those are really good, by the way, if you can get into selling your artwork at like niche events like video game tournaments. Dude, those people go hella hard. If you have the fandom that they like, you know how like sports fans spend a shit ton of money on like apparel, right? And memorabilia. That's basically what it is. What are you doing? Keep on holding. No event is gonna be free to walk into. I have no idea what the cost is for this con. It's my first time at it, but I can guarantee that it's gonna cost something to get in. I guarantee. Also, I don't know if there would be, like, even if you went, I don't know if there would be a lot for you to do there. Because, like, if you're not competing, you would just be sitting there watching the tournaments at that kind of event. How far are you from Daytona Beach? I don't have a sense of direction in Florida's like landscape, by the way. Like I don't know what's where there. Like on the map, I don't know what's north or south of what. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have brought that toy down. The dogs are fighting. I bought this new toy, right, for the dogs, and they have just been fighting over it for like 3 days. If they give me an extra badge, because I'm going to that one solo. I believe so. I don't think my wife's gonna be up for a flight that far so soon. I should be getting at least 2 badges for my table. If you decide to come through, I could just give you one of my badges for free, then you could check out the con. Or non-con. Because they always give, usually they'll give you 2, maybe, sometimes they'll give you more. But I always end up not doing anything with that extra badge. I just wear both of them because it's cool. You are restless because the ceiling light is on? The dogs operate so much better when the lights are off. What? You've been asleep, and then I start streaming, and then you start getting all riled up. Is it because I'm talking? It is the weekend of June 23rd. I gotta go take my dogs out. I think they need to go potty, and then we'll come back. We'll just keep working. We're basically gonna keep on working until my wife wakes up because we have a video game date tonight. So I shall return after I empty out the dogs. Let's leave the canvas on something interesting to look at. Kaiba. Okay. Be right back. I have it pinned on my Instagram too, but it's the weekend of June 23rd, I believe. All right, be right back. Be right back. All right, everyone. I am getting the dogs all situated. Once, because I had to take care of them real quick. Once I get them back in the room and all set up, we're gonna keep streaming. Okay? Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. Right, everyone. Give me like 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll get back to it. I just need to get the dogs all settled in. Yo, 1 second. All right, I just got back with the dogs. I had to take them for a walk. Um, what were we doing? Oh yeah, hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right, I just got back, taking the dogs out. We've been walked. They've been walked. They've been pooped. They've been peed. Have all the lights off in the office because they just they will just calm down when you turn all the lights off. So that's why, if you're wondering why we always stream in the dark, other than like if we're doing traditional art, I have like one light on, right? We always stream in the dark because the dogs are always hanging out with me, and the darker it is, the calmer they are. Like when it comes playtime, that's different, right? But like, because I exercise them at least an hour a day, right? But when it comes me time, that's me time. How is everybody doing? Joy, thanks for coming back. Hope your day is going well. Yu-Gi-Oh uses a very, very exaggerated, well, kind of everything, and I love it. Yeah, everything's going well on my end, you know, as well as it can. You know, earlier this week, I was able to go out on a little sushi date night with the wife. That was her first time being able to like leave the house, other than doctor's appointments. That's her first time where she had the strength to like leave the house and go do something. It took it out of her, but it zapped her of all her energy, but we did it. So if that says anything about how well she's recovering. Plus, it was also to celebrate my birthday, which was 1 week ago. But you know, I delayed any kind of birthday celebrations. I told her we would just wait to do anything for the following week if she's feeling better. And then if it took another week or another week, it didn't really matter. So I was kind of just holding off on doing anything birthday related until she felt better. Yeah, we went to get sushi. I haven't eaten at a restaurant in like over 6 months. So that was cool. And then I got the bill and I was just like, oh, this is why we don't do this. Hey, thanks for the follow. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was great, yeah. And so I brought that up because tonight we have a Tori. How's it going? Happy late. Thank you. So I brought that up because tonight I do have to stream an Iron Man drawing tonight. It's part of my work that I'm doing with Copic Marker. Oh, got some work with Copic Marker, by the way. But what we're doing is we're gonna work on this Yu-Gi-Oh piece until the wife wakes up, and then we have a video game date night tonight. She ever since the chemo, she's super sensitive to light, so she can't even keep herself preoccupied like on her phone. She can hang out on her Kindle for a little bit because it's like Kindle's very dim, and they have like a full black background and all that stuff. Anyway, so now she's well enough to like watch TV. So we got the new Binding of Isaac. By new, I mean I think it came out like 2 years ago, right? What's it called? Whatever, the new one, the newest update to it. So she will watch as I play that tonight. Only 2 things keep me away from drawing: family, money. If it ain't make dollars, it don't make sense. No. But yeah, I have a fun night ahead of me. But later on tonight, we will be doing a traditional stream, traditional art stream. I'll be working with some Copic markers. I have 2 Iron Man commissions to do, which also fit into the theme of what we're doing with Copic. I also watched the trailer for the new trailer for Fast 10. I haven't watched the last 2. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Michael, what's going on, man? How are you doing, dude? Middle of the day. What I'm not looking forward to tonight with the traditional art stream is I have to relocate and rewire my cameras to the desk over there, where the traditional art table. It takes all of 40 seconds, but it's so like annoying. Took a vacation this week. Nice. Like a staycation, just chilling at home, you know. Got to go to the gym. Damn. That sounds hella nice. I don't get to go to the gym until this drawing is done. I don't get to do anything until this drawing is done. What you got going on at the gym today? I'm very curious. I love the gym, so I like hearing what people are working on when they go. Too many fucking layers, man. Let me finish this section, then I'll get back to the chat. round this off just a little bit. What's the piece we're working on? Oh, don't even play. It's the new collage. It's the new masterwork. Yugi and Kaiba and all of their monsters. Chest, shoulders, and triceps. Oh my god, that sounds so fun. So I haven't been going to the gym, right? Because I only have so many hours in the day, and I choose to spend like I have mandatory things that take my time, and whatever extra time I have, I'm putting towards work, right? It's not that I don't have time, it's I'm not prioritizing it, all right? So I ain't making excuses. I'm actively choosing to not go to the gym. However, I do have a pull-up bar here at home, and on normal days when we're not streaming during the day, I put up the pull-up bar right there at the door. And every time I walk in and out of the room or I pass by, I'll just hit like 10 pull-ups. It's nothing crazy. So I don't know, God knows how many I do throughout the day. But, you know, my chest has gotten really flat and flabby. My traps are like non-existent. My shoulders are really flat now. But I'm gonna tell you something. My back is fucking incredible. Like, this is the best back I've ever had. This is a better back I've had. This is a better back than I've had when I was doing like heavy deadlifts. Like, I got like a ridiculous back now. But that's it. That's all I got. My core is probably pretty strong now too, because I do a lot of L pull-ups. But that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, I would never get one of those door pull-up things if I had a house, because it does damage stuff. But since I don't own this place, pull-up bars on the fucking doors all day. I get like excited. I'm excited for you to go to the gym. All the rings and roses come in your hand. I can't really move because my dogs have now slept by my feet. I'm kind of stuck. You got back into lifting like 6 months ago. Your back is way stronger than ever. That's fucking awesome. That's good to hear. I love hearing that stuff. No, but my back is crazy now. Because it's like I had a strong back to begin with, right? But like, now it's like the only thing that I do. So maybe it looks crazy. Well, I know I've built it up because all I do is pull-ups. But now that all my other muscles have shrunk. Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't gotta outrun the bear, you gotta outrun your friend. Your chest isn't... Well, you've only been back for 6 months, right? What's your training? Are you doing like a... Well, obviously you're doing like a training split. What's your schedule look like? I feel like I've asked you this before, but I'm asking again because I'm re-interested. Yeah, I don't do splits. I don't do training splits anymore. I just do full body every day. Or that's how I like to do it. Because I was doing training splits for so long, it got like boring. There were days I wanted to do, like I put myself in like a mental scenario where I'd be like, well, I want to work this out. Oh, but I can't because this split says I can't. Fuck that, I'll work whatever I want to. Like, probably not optimal, but I enjoyed it, so. Now, what is the gym if you don't enjoy it? So we are using a lot of sharp edges with this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is at its peak when it uses a lot of sharp edges. You do chest, shoulders, tries one day, leg day, and then lats, traps, biceps, leg day, then repeat. One day off per week. You always do at least one set of every upper body muscle. Nice. The best routine in regards to exercise and diet is the one that you can keep. Make sure not to step on my dogs. Fuck. What's everyone doing this weekend? Other than getting jacked at the gym. You gotta go extra, you gotta go double hard at the gym. I've left a void in the universe by skipping the gym for this long. I think this is the longest amount of time in my entire, maybe not my entire life, but since I was like 17, that I haven't gone out actively to work out. Crazy. All right, go have fun. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. You're going to nice. Is it just vacation, or are you going for work or family or something? Just slow down. Is it common for conventions to text you about your table? No, not really, but they do ask for your phone number when you sign up. So I mean, it depends what they sent you. Text message, huh? They asked if you're still going? Which con is that? I think a smaller con would definitely be more likely to do that than something like a New York Comic Con or something. Oh, Denver. I don't know. Denver's fucking weird. Maybe they've had a lot of people cancel. Maybe they've had a lot of people cancel and now they're doing like damage control. Because it took them forever. That's a long time for them to let people know if they got in or not. So I wouldn't be surprised because like Florida SuperCon is that weekend. Anime Expo is that weekend. You know, there's a lot of 4th of July like markets and events going on that weekend. You know, if you don't hear back from Denver and it's this close, naturally you'd like rebook, right? You'd pick a different show. So maybe they have people dipping out. No, that's not like a red flag. That con, again, I haven't been to it post-COVID, but pre-COVID, it was like it was like Fanime numbers. That's a good show. Oh yeah, so other people got a weird text message too. That's funny.
just wanna see the light. Even if it makes me blind, I just wanna see the light. Breathe in, leave it all behind. I just wanna see the light. Makes me blind. I just wanna see the light. Breathe in, leave it all behind. I just wanna see the light. 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 I just wanna see the light.
So Yugi and Kaiba will be like, they'll take the longest amount of time to do. I'm just being very careful about them. I'm not gonna lie, the monsters, like, yeah, I'm still gonna be very, you know, I'm still gonna take my time with them, but I'm not gonna be this meticulous with everyone. All right, hold on, someone's at the door.
Will we always stay this way?
Okay.
Wrapped up in the summer days, try to find that piece of time that lets me freeze.
All right, so my dogs are going crazy because Amazon just dropped off a desk in my attempt to be able to spend more time with my wife while trying not to sacrifice too much work time. I have figured out the best compromise. I am converting one corner of my office into a, hey Lizard, what's up? I'm converting one corner of my office into just like a little hangout game station, so my wife could like hook up her laptop. Like I have spare monitors and stuff, so I'm just gonna get that all set up for her, and that way she can kind of like chill in here and play games while I work. That way kind of hang out more while she's recovering still, and you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what that was. Wizard, what's going on? Yo! Savage, it's been a minute. Thank you for the raid. How is everything? It has been quite a minute. Thank you for the follow. Maybe you could hear my dogs snoring. Oh, you caved and got an iPad. Why were you resisting? iPads are cool. I mean, mine broke really. The glass on mine broke real easy, so that wasn't cool. But they're fun. Oh, it was a want, not a need. I see. That's always difficult to pull the trigger on those things, right? I'm doing well. We are working on a new collage. This is a Yugi and Kaiba and all of their monsters. Did Yahoo take over Rocket Mail? Rocket Mail has always been, I don't know about always, but it's been owned by Yahoo for at least 10 years, is all I know. Why? Lots of work. Yeah, for anyone who's new here, I like to do projects like this. These are two examples. My drawing, for anyone who's new here, my drawing of every Pokemon, my drawing of every Dragon Ball character. Yeah, we finished one for Turtles in Time earlier this year. I have one for League of Legends and Overwatch, which we also cleaned up this year. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that so much. Also, for anyone who has spare channel points, we are running a community channel points challenge right now. If as a community you could raise 125,000 channel points, we'll do a 24-hour study stream. It's been a while since we've done a 24-hour study stream, but I think we're pretty far. We have, what, 9 days left? And we're at 72%? Oh, y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. Yeah, so you should earn channel points as you just watch, right? No, you, like, just by watching, you'll gradually earn them for any specific channel. Oh, you're talking, Exo, you're talking about Denver finally got you back officially? Jesus. Finally. I canceled my table with them like 3 weeks ago and they still haven't like let people know yet. That's crazy. That's too soon, man. Well, it's not too. It's the show is too soon. But you'll be all right. Maybe that means a bunch of like high tier artists aren't going. Maybe they're going to Florida SuperCon instead. Because Florida sent out their acceptance letters like 2 weeks ago. Maybe longer than that. I'm sure you could hear my dog snoring. Oh, New York Comic Con? Oh. I think I applied. Honestly, it's the same weekend as TwitchCon. I will turn down New York Comic Con to roll the dice for TwitchCon. Not that New York is bad, that's how much more I want to do Twitch. And Twitch, they don't even open applications until after June because they handle one show at a time. They have one in, I think it's in Paris this year. I think it's normally in the Netherlands. But yeah, straight up in Paris this year. So they don't start setting up the one in the US until they finish that one. TwitchCon Vegas? Yeah. It sucks. Sales are going to go down because they normally have it in San Diego. There's more money in San Diego. So TwitchCon sales are going to be a lower. TwitchCon Artist Alley sales numbers should be lower this year because it's in Vegas. No, Exo, he's talking about it's in June. It's called CEO. You've been waiting for me to do a Yu-Gi-Oh piece? Yeah, I don't know why it took so long for me to do a Yu-Gi-Oh piece. Anyway, it's coming. It's on the way. We finished plotting everything out already. Not as much monsters as I thought there were going to be. There's still a lot, but it's not as much as I thought, which is awesome. And we're actually ahead of schedule. My timeline for this was to have the just have the layout done by Sunday, and Saturday, I think, yeah. And we're already working on the line art, so. I'm not going to Florida SuperCon. I'm not going to go to Florida SuperCon because I have Anime Expo that weekend. But yeah, Tim, I don't currently have anyone planned to go with me, so, and I don't think I want to bring anyone with me in regards to like a helper or anything. So yeah, that I should have a ticket up for grabs. I will let you know for sure 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time, no later than that. But as of this moment, I have no plans to bring another person, like zero. But then I can't confirm 100% that they're going to give me 2 badges. I think that's what the real issue is. Whew. Like a burning sensation in my throat. Let me go get some water. I'm actually going to go gargle some salt water and then actually go refill my real water. So, nobody move. Shall return.
Falling backwards in slow motion to the sound of your voice on the phone. It gave me good luck. Now you're gone, but I'll always have a taste. I can settle for your voice if I can't have your face. I was making you a playlist, Kings of Leon, and I exist. Tell me how can I make this better for you? I wanna be a hero, someone who can save you when it's tough. I wanna be a hero, someone who could give you all their love. I wanna be a hero, when it's good and when it's rough. I wanna be a hero, but would I ever really be enough? I wanna be a hero.
Thank you guys so fucking much. That was so much fun.
That was super fun.
Hopefully see you guys soon. Goodbye.
I have returned with water. A burning sensation in my throat. You're going to Tokyo for a vacation. It'll be during Golden Week, apparently. Was originally supposed to go for cherry blossom, but missed the window. Oh, shit. That sucks. I mean, there's no remnants left. It's only been like a week. Wait, when are you going? I gargled with some salt water, some salty water in the kitchen. Now this is just regular water. Ugh. I'm gonna blow my nose. Hold on. Jesus. Well, considering it's basically nail polish remover, I would assume vodka would go really well. That sounds like a lot of fun, though. Any particular things you're, let's say foods, any particular foods that you're gonna, for sure, like, make time for? Gonna go to 7-Eleven, see what they got? So I am trying to keep this in the art style of You could look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Like there are certain art styles in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series. The episode that I actually used as reference back in the day, which if you go and watch that episode, you could probably see a lot of the influence in the way I draw, especially with the way I do line weight and the way I do spot blacks. Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 134. My favorite episode, and I think the best episode of the Duel Monsters series, you know, so pre-GX. Episode 134, I think it's the best episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! But it also, I think, has the peak art style that fits Yu-Gi-Oh! I was saving Japan for when I get into Tokyo Comic Con. But as I get older, and I never get into Tokyo Comic Con, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. I had this weird arbitrary thing where I was just like, I'm not gonna go until I get into Tokyo Comic Con. Now I'm just like getting old. I'm like in my mid 30s now. My birthday was exactly 1 week ago, by the way. But yeah, now I'm just like, I can go. Fuck, I'll go whenever I want. Was that Battle City? Wait, what are we talking about? Kaiba? Yeah, it was the it was the semifinals. It was a Yugi versus Kaiba. It was the last episode of their duel before Yugi goes against Merrick. Yes. They do prefer Japanese speakers. Comiket. Are you all familiar with Comiket? I believe you have to be a Japan resident just to go, just to be like considered to be an exhibitor there, unless you're with a company or something. Happy belated. Thank you. From what I remember, you can go look it up, but that doesn't sound like something that I would have made up. Battle City was an amazing arc. The only thing I didn't like about it, you know how there's that little filler area with Noah? Yeah, I'm not the fuck was that? I did like Noah versus Yugi though. I thought that was a really cool duel. How are you going to be in complete control over a world in the, because you know he pulls them into a virtual world. He's in control of everything. How are you going to be in control of everything and still lose a card game? They were Japanese though. Yeah, I was intentionally holding off for that reason. But you know, I'm getting older. You know, my wife and I are tired of just waiting to do things, and yeah, so plus, you know, for the longest time, it was closed. Now it's all open again, and once she's all recovered, and it's gonna be a long time before she's gonna be able to do a flight, let alone a flight that's like what, 14 hours? Oh, I haven't checked the pricing on that. Here, I'm gonna show you Yu-Gi-Oh! 134, okay? And for anyone who's new here, and Tim, I don't know if you're still here. Let me know if you're still here. As somebody who has a really sharp artist eye, when I first started drawing, I was doing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Artwork, right? That's all my commissions were Yu-Gi-Oh! And I used this episode, which was always my favorite, as like reference for all kinds of things. hands, foreshortening. There's a really good use of line weight here, a lot of spot blacks. So you can watch parts of this episode, which we'll watch right here, and you tell me if you see any familiar stuff. Just like the way I use my line weight when it comes to like edges or placement. I'm not lying, like I would have this episode totally legally downloaded. I had this episode just on loop, rewind, reverse. Anyway, I'm sure some of it has faded now, but there's still shades of that in how I do my work. This is the best episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know how much of this I can show. This episode's like 20 years old. Nobody cares, right? Twitch doesn't care. I had this episode downloaded, and I would open it up, and when I was doing those Yu-Gi-Oh playmats and I needed help like with clothing folds, or like there's a lot of hand references here. Well, actually all Yu-Gi-Oh duels are great for hand references. They do a lot of foreshortening. There's a lot of really dynamic perspectives in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like a gold mine of references. If you haven't sorted through, not every episode, because you know how the art style varies. Lizard, Yu-Gi-Oh! Influencers as well. Yeah, but you know, it's you find the episodes that have this art style. It's like a gold mine of references. But I'm just gonna watch this, and you guys have to deal with it. Okay, so Kaiba could have still attacked on his turn. He could have killed Red Eyes and done 600 damage, which would have brought Yugi down to 900 life, which means he could not have used Diffusion Wave Motion, because Diffusion Wave Motion requires 1,000 life points, and he would have lost. Yugi would have lost. I'm just saying. Yes, Tim, that is like exactly. Yes. Even the way I draw eyes, if you pay attention now and you go look at like when we're doing freestyle artwork, I was drawing Yu-Gi-Oh eyes first, and then anime eyes, and then I started studying like realistic eyes, and then I got into how Art Germ does eyes. That was kind of like, ooh, look at that anime butt. I'm just saying, Kaiba won that duel. Fair and square. Well, I guess it depends. Yugi had 2 cards left in his deck. It depends on what those were. Probably some bullshit to win anyway. Anyway, there's a little history of my art influence, and now you can never unsee it. You just Google and it says you need an address in Japan to register. but not that you have to be a resident. Oh, okay. So I was kind of right, but also kind of wrong. We're working on a foot tall 3D print pot of greed. Oh, hell nah. That's cool. So when we talk about these collages that I do, for the main purpose is to sell them at, to sell them mainly at conventions. One of the criteria I have is one of the many criteria I have before I invest this kind of time and effort into something is it has to be evergreen, meaning that it has to have an established fan base, and I have to be able to sell it forever. Yu-Gi-Oh 100% fits that. So the fact that I waited this long to do this is ridiculous. Okay, you put in art critique? Let me take a look. So if anyone wants to hop into the Discord, let me see what you got. Wow, these are so drastically different. Okay, so on the first page, I like on the first page, I like the far right. I like the top on the second number 5. I like the top on number 5, but I like the core and the bottom of number 6. If you could put like that top from 5 onto 6, that'd be sick. Okay, so yeah, I like if you could somehow combine the top of top of 5 with bottom of 6 is the winner so far. Let me look at 1 and 2 remind me of Sword Art Online. Yeah, 5 or 6. Even if you don't combine or mix and match, 5 or 6 for me. Yeah, and more iconic than most anime, absolutely. And we're at that age now where like people who were influenced by Yu-Gi-Oh are old enough to like have kids and have money to spend, right? And the coolest thing about when you do fan art that you sell at conventions is when you're an actual fan, people eat that shit up. Like I'm a real Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I'm like a half and half League of Legends fan, right? So my conversations when people come by with the Pokemon piece are totally different than the league people. And my passion with Pokemon shines through in our conversations, and I usually end up making extra sales. Dude, I know like every move in like all the duels in Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, circle applicants must be old enough to have completed compulsory education at the time of application, be able to be contacted by telephone in Japan in Japanese, and have an address in Japan where mail can be received. Okay, so you don't need to be residents, you just need a place to receive mail. It also says you have to be able to understand written and spoken Japanese, so you have to... That's for Comiket, right? I'm glad that we were able to talk about Comiket and kind of clear that up. That's been look, regardless, all I know is that I don't qualify for Comiket. That's all I remember. There's like a million reasons why I don't qualify for that. Thank you for clarifying. I could just say I'm disabled. I can't speak. They're like, well, technically you still don't meet the criteria. Like, we said you have to speak Japanese. It doesn't matter if you can't speak at all. You still don't match the criteria technically, so no. Like, did you read the rules? So when we get a little further into this drawing, I will be opening up pre-orders for it. Now I'm trying to figure out what's a cool thing to do with the pre-orders, because what we normally do is whenever I make a new one of these big collage pieces, pre-orders always come with a special version. So like with the Pokemon one, you would get a shiny Spinda with the pre-orders, and then all the ones after that don't have shiny Spinda. For the Ninja Turtles piece, the pre-orders came with a special version of the print on top of the one that you bought, where the turtles had the red bandanas, like the original designs. For this one, I have to think of something. That's fucking sick. How many hours do you think you have in that? My tools got reorganized. There we go. Unorganized. Okay, let's go ahead and merge all this together. See, the buckles are on the front side. Gotta have two belts. Gotta make sure that your sleeves don't fall down. I was thinking about buying up a bunch of like secret rare dark magicians or something like that. Yeah, they're not expensive. Just get the ones out of like that are mass produced in like collector's packs or something like that. And just sign them and send them with the I did. I've run into so many. I was around for many different frogs. I was around for frog FTK. For those who don't know what that is, there's a spell card called Mass Driver, where you basically you tribute one monster on your side of the field, and then you deal damage to your opponent, right? Well, there's like this endless loop with there's an archetype in the game of frogs, and basically they can just kind of revive. In short, they could revive. The frogs can revive themselves over and over. So basically, all you need to do is draw into that mass driver, and then you have your frogs, and then you could just endlessly shoot your opponent on the first turn before they even get their turn. It won the world championship. Like, so fucking stupid. Yeah, I was playing during Frog FTK, Frog Monarch, people trying Frog Synchro, even though it was inferior to plants. Yes. Substitute. I would argue the game's not much better now. Like in regards to getting locked down, for anyone who's interested in playing Yu-Gi-Oh, don't. The entire game revolves around just locking your opponent out of being able to play. That's what the whole game is. Because they print these cards. They print these cards where it's just like, as this card's on the field, your opponent can't do, like they can't summon a monster, or if this card's on the field, negate the first 4 things your opponent does. You know, like shit like that. The best I had ever performed at a tournament was with my Chaos Dragon deck. I was at a Seattle YCS. I can't remember what year it was. I was at a Seattle YCS, and I got top 16, but then I misplayed against a Macro Rabbit deck, which is inherently like my worst enemy because I was playing Chaos Dragons, right? But I could have won, but I made one misplay and it cost me the whole game. Oh, they reprinted them again? That's cool. I had consistent consistent victories at regional events with a TG stun deck. It's because at the time I was main decking 3 Skill Drain and 3 Fiendish Chain. If you remember how good Fiendish Chain was back then, I was main decking 3 Skill Drain and 3 Fiendish Chain, and I think it was 2 Fossil Dyna. It was just like if you get rid of Fossil Dyna, I'll just Skill Drain you. Like that's like the whole point of the deck. Oh, is that still for sale? What's the asking price for it? I thought that shit went on sale like months ago. I thought they put it out for sale like months ago. I wonder how much they're asking for it. For those who don't know about this card, it's was it a Make-A-Wish Foundation request? Is that what it came from? Anyway, there was a kid who was dying and he had a wish that he was made into a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and they made a genuine one-of-a-kind card. Did you play when Fiber Jar came out? I believe it was Legacy of Darkness when Fiber Jar came out. So fucking annoying. So there's this card called Fiber Jar, where when it flips, like you set it down face down defense, and when it flips up, both players take all the cards in their hand on the field and in their deck. You just put it back together and you shuffle it and you basically start the game over again. Or wind up loop, the first turn loop. All right. Do you have it in art critiques? Is that where we're gonna find it? Three. 3 or 5. 5. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, the wind up loop was that's why they got rid of Wind Up Hunter. Basically, it was another one of those endless loops where Wind Up Hunter's effect was like you tribute one wind up on your side of the field and then you get to discard one card from your opponent's hand. So naturally, people figured out how to do a loop where they can just get rid of your opponent's entire hand on your first turn. And then you end up with like 2 Xyz monsters. I think you end up with 2 Wind Up Carrier and a Wind Up Hunter on the field with a full hand because you're adding cards while you're discarding from their hand. I have I would say near mint condition, first edition polymerization, super rare from Legend of Blue Eyes. Yeah, it's at my parents'. I'm pretty sure they kept it somewhere where it's not safe though. I left it at my parents', but I'm pretty sure it's all fucked up now. Let me finish this section, I'll get back to the chat. I have you know, I sold pretty much everything I had, but there are some cards that I just kept. Sentimental value. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're still really cool. Like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh cards look really cool. So at the end of the day, I kept them because they look cool. And eventually, when I get a house, I will have them up in my office. My 3 Ghost Rare Honest. Jeez, where do I even start with the monsters? I guess we just start at the bottom? Okay, Vorse Raider I guess will go first since he's in the foreground. I wasn't a pack person. As it we're talking about like opening Yu-Gi-Oh packs of cards. No. I just got the cards that I needed to play with. Because at the end of the day, I think that's cheaper. And like I'm not into gambling, so there was no real appeal to me to get a bunch of Oh no. We're gonna be waiting until like next year. We're gonna move out of California, but we're not gonna get a house for a while. We're getting out of California this year, but it's gonna be a while before we get a house. Yeah. Well, because we don't know exactly where. Like we have some ideas of where we want to live, but we're thinking about, you know, renting a little bit in different places just to kind of feel it out. I mean, the house is a big commitment, so there are places that I definitely want to live in for some time before I commit to it. You know, California sucks. Yeah, we'll just rent a house in the areas that we want, and then it'll be fun because then we can kind of like see different things, and then when we're ready we could just decide which one. Yeah, because you know I make all my money either traveling or online. There's no reason for me to live somewhere that's this expensive when that money will go so much further, literally anywhere else. Maybe not New York, but Yes. That's where, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we've been eyeballing quite a few places. But it's, you know, it's a big commitment. You don't want to pull the trigger willy-nilly. You want to give it a chance, right? Yeah, so no, we're not doing the house thing. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm pretty tired. We've been streaming on and off. This is our 3rd stream today. The only reason I stopped was because I was needing to take like a nap in between the streams. So let's go raid somebody. No burnouts for me. I'm smart, I'm doing well. Like, I'm being very cautious with my energy. I'm gonna send you off to somebody. I'm gonna send you off to an artist who I worked with when I was with DeviantArt. So here's the link to the Discord. Thank you all for hanging out. Like I said, I have a date night with the wife tonight, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing The Binding of Isaac. And we will come back on for a stream later tonight. But that will be a traditional art stream. I have some Copic marker stuff that I have to do. So we will come back on later. So I think I'll take this opportunity, since she's not awake yet, to go take a nap. And then she'll wake up and we'll play some games, and then when I'm burned out on that, we'll come back and we'll work. I have an Iron Man to draw with Copic markers, alright? I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Tell Dizzy I said what's up, but I'm leaving. I'll see you guys later, okay?